today's video, I'll walk you through the best players to invest in, the right time to buy, and the profit you can realistically expect from each one. Let's break it down. Let's start with Palmer because he remains one of the most reliable and steady investments in the market right now. Your ideal buying window is when his price drops into the 45 to 50 million coin range. Anything in that zone is considered a strong entry point because you're getting him at a clear discount without taking unnecessary risk. Once you secure him between 45 and 50 million, you can realistically expect a profit of 50 million coins or more within the next 14 days. His price has been trending downward recently, but that dip is temporary. This is exactly the type of movement experienced investors look for. Cards with his demand always bounce back once market activity increases and more players start upgrading their squads. So if you see Palmer anywhere between 45 to 50 million, that's your signal to buy. Stay patient, hold through the small fluctuations, and let the market rebound work in your favor. This is the kind of disciplined investment that consistently delivers high returns. Now let's move on to our next two players, Olise and Lewandowski. These two cards have been in a very unusual situation ever since the Ballon d'Or event dropped. They've both been stuck with a massive 999 plus supply for weeks, and that heavy supply pressure is exactly what has kept their prices from rising. A lot of players were scared to invest because they saw that 999 plus tag and assumed these cards would never recover. But here's the thing, FC Mobile recently did something very interesting. They started forcing the prices of these high supply cards downward. And when EA pushes a price down, it's usually a setup for a future rebound once the supply finally clears out. This is where smart investors step in. Right now, your ideal play with both Olise and Lewandowski is simple. Wait for their price to drop into the 17 to 25 million coin range. But your best possible entry is 17 to 20 million coins. Once they hit that zone, that's your green light to buy in confidently. You're getting them at the bottom of their trend with very low risk and very high upside. Why? Because once those 999 plus copies begin to clear, and trust me, they always clear over time, both cards will start rising naturally as demand picks up again. These are popular, usable players, and people always want them for upgrades, SBCs, and boosts. If you buy in at 17 to 20 million coins, you should be expecting a minimum of 50 million coins profit over the next 27 days. That's not an exaggeration. That's a realistic target based on their market cycle, their supply pattern, and how EA has handled similar cards in the past. This is the kind of investment where patience pays you more than anything else. You don't rush. You wait for the dip, you buy at the right moment, and then you simply hold until the market corrects itself. Olise and Lewandowski may look like risky picks at first because of that huge supply number, but if you understand how the market actually works, you'll see they're two of the easiest long-term wins available right now. Now let's move to our next two players, Cancelo and Declan Rice. These two fall under the same strategy we're using for most of the 108 Ballon d'Or players. A strategy based on timing, market pressure, and understanding how players recover once they reach their true lowest point. Right now, both Cancelo and Rice are moving through a typical Ballon d'Or cycle. At the start, the supply is extremely high, so the price naturally gets pushed downward. Most players panic and avoid buying, which creates the perfect opportunity for smart investors like us. What we're waiting for is not just a low price. We're waiting for the moment the market shifts. Here's the key. When Cancelo or Rice hit around 17 million coins or slightly lower, that's when people slowly begin buying them again. You'll notice the supply number dropping. You'll see buyers picking up copies one by one. This is your signal. When the community starts buying, you follow the trend, because that means the card is entering the rebound phase. So the plan is simple. Be patient, wait for them to fall into that 17 million coin zone, and then watch the market. Once you see that people are buying steadily, not instantly but slowly and consistently, that's when you go in and buy your copies. This ensures you're entering right at the bottom with almost no risk and maximum upside. Now let's talk profit. Cancelo has one of the strongest rebound potentials among the 108 Ballon d'Or defenders. If you buy him around 17 million, you can expect 70 to 100 million coins profit within 20 to 30 days. His card always spikes once the supply dries, and the demand for quality fullbacks rises again. Rice has a slightly different pattern. His growth isn't as explosive as Cancelo's, but it's extremely steady and reliable. Buying him in that same low range can comfortably give you 40 to 70 million coins profit over the same time period. He's a long-term, stable, low-risk investment, the kind of player that quietly earns you big coins without any stress. So the strategy is clear. Wait for the bottom, wait for the buyers, then load up. Cancelo and Rice are perfect examples of how patience and timing turn simple investments into huge profits. Our next focus is on the 108 captain event players. To cut the story short, we're not going to go through each player one by one. Instead, this message is your ultimate guide to all 108 captain players. So make sure your eyes are wide open and your strategy ready. Timing is everything in the market. The moment you notice people starting to buy these players, that's your cue to get your own copies. Recently, FC Mobile has made some major adjustments by removing them from packs. While a few may still appear in some packs, this change won't affect their prices too drastically, which means there's still a huge opportunity for smart investors. Focus on key positions: right backs RB, central midfielders CM, goalkeepers GK, and strikers, because these are the ones most likely to experience significant price spikes. By targeting these positions, you maximize your chance for substantial profit while others are just chasing random cards. If you play this smart and hold for around 14 days, you can realistically expect a profit of 40 to 50 million coins, and in some cases even higher depending on market trends. This is exactly the kind of strategic move that separates casual players from serious FC Mobile pros who consistently grow their coin stacks. So stay alert, track the market closely, and make your moves at the perfect moment. And of course, if you enjoy investment tips like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll never miss the next big opportunity to multiply your coins and dominate the market.